Hey guys, this is Chris. I'm your fellow MMA media member, manager, someone who hangs out on social media and the internet way too much in the name of MMA. I just wanted to get on here to show you all of the apps that I use to navigate social media and to basically create the content that I do. And guess what? It's pretty much all for free. And just a disclaimer that none of these things that I'm talking about, none of these companies are sponsoring me, giving me any money, so it's all just based on my own experience and finding these apps and putting them to good use. So I'm gonna be on my phone a lot in this video. Sorry if that feels rude to you, but yes, here we go. So aside from like all the social media apps that I use, like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, even like WeChat, Weibo, Douyin, aside from all of those, the one app I will say that is paid that I use is Adobe Lightroom. So there's a great app on your phone where you can edit with a little bit more clarity. Okay, so as a photographer, amateur photographer outside of the world of MMA, I use Adobe products for my different photo editing needs. So I will also sometimes bring them into Lightroom as well for MMA. So like here's a picture of Marina Rodriguez where I have edited a couple things, changed the tint, color, contrast, a lot of stuff with a little bit more fine points here. Here we can adjust like highlight levels. A lot of times I will just use the Photos app on my iPhone just if I'm needing to pump something out really quick where it doesn't really matter if it's like a masterpiece. But if I'm working on like a poster, something that's going to be turned into an Instagram post instead of a story, a lot of times I'll just get into Lightroom when I have a little bit more time and make something that's a little bit more fine-tuned. So, which brings me to the question of how do I get the photos that I use for my posters? Well, there is a great app called Repost, and contrary to popular belief, you actually don't have to repost the image with like the caption that says used with Repost app, or the little banner at the bottom of the image that has a little like arrows going in a circle and saying the original account. You don't have to do that. It's not required to do that. You're not breaking any kind of laws with copyright by doing that because I don't make any money off these posts. So what you can do is with Repost app, you can go into your Instagram. I'm just going to do this with one of my posts, this lovely picture of Alexa Grasso. You can go into Instagram, click link from the 3 dots, and then you can go into the Repost app and it will automatically post the link that you copied. So it'll bring up the full Instagram post where you can click this little box with an arrow and then click save image, and now that image is saved onto my phone. What I will do a lot of times is as I am scrolling through my feed, I maybe see a picture that looks really awesome and I can see it being used on my feed at some point in the future. I'll just bookmark it. If I see some news posted that I know in a couple minutes I'll want to repost that or do something with that news, I will bookmark it, and then later I can go and repost it. So the next app that I use is an essential, that is the CapCut app. I used to use InShot, but now I use CapCut just because a couple little things I like a little bit better. So for all of my reels, I use CapCut. It's great. Once I have downloaded a video, I can just go into CapCut, and it is the easiest possible way to edit a video quickly. A lot of people shy away from video editing because it feels complicated, because it feels time consuming, but with CapCut you can make it a lot easier. So if I go in here, let me find, here is a video that I may eventually turn into a YouTube channel. I grabbed this off of the Chinese internet. Okay, so this is a video of one of Yang Lin's MMA fights that was not on his record, so I grabbed this from believe I grabbed this from Douyin, and so you can go in here, you can adjust the ratio to 9:16, boom, change the cropping, you can change the placement of the video, all types of stuff, everything you could ever want to do, especially from a free app. It's super amazing. It'll put this little like logo in a little video at the end, but you can just delete that if you want. And then it's super easy just to click export, boom, and it is exporting to your phone. So that is what I use to rapid fire out those reels, especially those reels from live events where I'm trying to get clips from an event up as quickly as possible. CapCut is always the way to go. So the next app that I would recommend you to use, if you're anything into like the Instagram world, you already know about this app, but that is Canva. That's where I create all of my posters, all my YouTube thumbnails, basically anything more than just like a picture. For example, I have a Canva template here where I've basically put a lot of the posts that I will create. So in some of these I haven't posted, like here's a sloppy one for Colby Covington versus Khamzat Chimaev. Hasn't happened yet. It even has the date of UFC 285. So that was me kind of in the past hearing little rumors of a fight and then just putting together a poster real quick to where if it actually was finalized, I could just go in, edit some of the details, polish it up. But it's real easy to add photos in here. One of those apps that you don't even have to like, at least I didn't feel like I had to read like a manual to use. It's just very, very intuitive. There's templates where you can just plug things in. You can also just start with a blank canvas with your dimensions. Here you see I've got one for Ortega versus Topuria, which is nowhere close to like a done fight yet. But I just a while ago created this as a potential potential poster. Here I've got kind of like when I do fight card announcements or results announcements that I want to turn into a post, I can also do that on here. It's very, very easy. So yeah, Canva is amazing, absolutely essential for Instagram. And also YouTube, I create my YouTube thumbnails on there as well. There are professional versions of all these things. You can pay to have more features or even to have better software. But for me, I just don't have the budget right now to be paying all these monthly subscriptions for apps. Hopefully someday I'll be able to do a lot of upgrades, but for me, yeah, it's not happening. So I mentioned that I use the Photos app just to do some little minor edits on the iPhone. I also use this app called 1998 Cam. You'll probably be really familiar with my style, adding a lot of like film burns and some different gradients on things. I'm trying more and more to keep things subtle, to keep things not crazy in your face, to where some people it kind of polarize people, but still feeling like I'm getting to express myself. So after I edit some photos, they'll go to Canva. After they go to Canva, I export it and then bring it in here to 1998 Cam. So for example, here is a winning poster for Alexa Grasso when she beat Valentina Shevchenko. You can see I added, you can add like different filters on there that are kind of cool. That one's kind of cool, except maybe not that strong. You can also add all types of different color, additions of color on there. Some are really intense. You can also turn them down, change the color a little bit, just to add just like a lick of color. I think that's what I'm trying to do is, there's some exceptions, but sometimes I want to add just a lick of color, especially to like agree to my color scheme, and then you can save the photo. Again, a free app. So those are the apps that I use to run my Instagram, my Twitter, all the above. And the one app that I would add on here is one that's native to the iPhone. It's just the Screen Record app. That has been a lifesaver with recording highlights, anything. A lot of times when I'm moving videos from the Chinese internet onto YouTube, I'll do that as well. So easy, it's free, there's no limits on it. It records exactly what's on your screen, no watermarks, nothing. So those are the apps that I use to run my social media for sports, kind of to get things going, a lot of processes that I put in place. Is there anything that I do or you feel like I should know about that you want to ask about? Feel free to ask in the comments and I will get to those. Definitely not my ultimate final form of what I'll be using going forward, but at least at this day, March of 2023, this is what I am using. Thanks guys, have a great day.